Commonwealth Sports Betting coming at you live from the Commonwealth of Virginia, from the mountains here in Southwest Virginia. Talking some MLB baseball. We're going to talk some betting strategies for baseball, some options, just some general baseball kind of do's and don'ts. And we're going to also have a complimentary selection. Because of the time, this game starts in about a minute, unfortunately. I'm sorry. Our clients last night, we gave out Chicago White Sox at plus 135. That's what our clients got it at. That was one of the earlier numbers that we got on Bookmaker. And the current is plus 124. Still like it. I still like it at plus 124. It's, Cease Valdez here in Houston. White Sox, Houston Astros. White Sox plus 135 was the play we gave out. Plus 124, 125. You probably can get it anywhere 24 to 30-ish right now. I haven't checked every market available here in Virginia, but the last one I looked at was plus 124, which we're still good with. This is just, I think this White Sox team is a little underrated going into this season. And I like the matchup of the starters. We didn't keep it to the first five here. I just like the value on the White Sox team overall. And we're going to talk about that in just a minute, kind of about the way we handicap, or I handicap baseball. And we're going to look at that and talk about some betting strategies. But our complimentary selection for tonight is the Chicago White Sox, plus 135 on the money line. Take it down to plus 120, 25, whatever you can get in there. It's like I said, it's at 124 now. But the White Sox is going to be our complimentary selection for tonight. Apologize for starting off with that. Some people are probably happy. If they just wanted a free play, then you're good to go. But that game's just now starting, so you want to get down on that. Chicago White Sox at Houston. So that is our complimentary selection for the night. So let's get into talking about some MLB handicapping and some strategies, some do's and don'ts. So my method and the way I handicap MLB is, and I kind of lean this way on all sports, really, to be honest with you, NCAA football, basketball, NCAA basketball. I'm watching the Pirates game, by the way, over here. I'm trying to see if O'Neal Cruz having a big opening day against the Reds. Maybe they can get it done. I don't know. They're up 5-4, I think, if I can see that right. Anyways, MLB, the way that I do, I'm always looking at all sports that I bet as a team sport. Okay, the only exception to that will be obviously PGA Tour golf. There's no, and I will handicap the Ryder Cup, the President's Cup, which are team events, but that's the only ones, and they don't happen every day, every week, obviously every couple of years. So when I'm looking at team events, I'm going to tend to favor team stats. And there's other handicappers will be able to rattle off every player, all their numbers, especially the DFS guys, right? Like that impresses me big time. DFS guys can they know everything about every player on the field, right? How he hits versus right, how he hits versus left, how the pitcher throws in day, night, home, away, all the breakdowns. And we look at all that stuff. I look at all that stuff, but in the end, it's a team game is a team game, right? And if someone told you, well, hey, there's this North Carolina basketball team and this guy Jordan scores 30 a night, great. We all know Jordan torched it. Well, he probably didn't score 30 a night ever in college, I don't think, but he was obviously very good in college. But knowing that Jordan scores X a night really doesn't affect, a lot of things aside from what does that basketball team do point wise for the game, throughout the course of an NCAA basketball season. So if the team is averaging 71 points and Jordan is averaging 25 of those, that's great. And obviously, we all knew Jordan and Perkins and Worthy on those teams. And, but I tend to look at things more on a team basis. So when I handicap baseball, I'm looking at, just arms used. How deep did they go in bullpens? How's the team hitting? Like that, how do you win games? You score runs, okay? A team that's not hitting good is not likely to score runs. And if you follow baseball at all, for anybody that thinks I'm nuts or whatever for that approach, it's hitting is contagious, right? When a team's hitting good, it all comes together, right? Ground balls, find holes, seeing eye singles, foul balls down the line become fair by a foot instead of foul by a foot. It's contagious, right? So I look, that's the way I go about handicapping Major League Baseball. I probably bring in a number of different data points, just like I do with college basketball, right? I have assemble a bunch of data points, and that's sort of how I establish a rating for the team against the team they're playing. So that's how we work out lines. College football is a little different. I do have an algorithm that does measure, what I call a line of scrimmage rating for each team. It's an offensive and defensive rating for each team, and that's what I use. That's my starting point. I wash the data about 6 times after that with different data points. If someone were to talk about football with you, and they would say, well, what does every coach say? Well, there's 3 facets of the game. We lost all 3 facets. We won all 3 facets: offense, defense, special teams. So again, when you're handicapping football, that's the offense is 11 guys on the field. The defense is 11 guys on the field. The special teams is 11 guys on the field. Yeah, when the guy misses a kick at the end of the game, obviously, you see the kicker more clearly. But in the end, it's, that could be because of a bad snap or a bad hold. It takes so many things for a play to be successful in any team sport. For a baseball team to manufacture runs, it takes a sequence of events. That's what I mean by team handicapping. So there's a lot of good sources out there. If you're on Twitter, I'm not going to plug them, but if you're on there and you're looking through, sports gambling Twitter, you're going to see guys that are very proficient, and the DFS guys are absolutely lights out at it, to be quite honest with you. That's their business, right? And a lot of them do it very well. We don't do DFS here. We're giving you outright winners. So that's kind of one thing I wanted to cover, is just sort of the general way I look at handicapping. I'm more of a team guy. I'm the guy that when the starting quarterback's out in a lot of instances and the line moves, probably over moves because that quarterback's out, I'm more likely to back the backup than fade the backup. Everybody's, oh my God, this guy, what's this guy ever done? Well, in the case of the NFL, he made it to the NFL as a quarterback. I don't know how many of you know how hard that is. I'm pretty sure you got a good idea. Not easy to make an NFL roster as a quarterback. He's got some skills. NCAA, same thing. I'm more likely to value highly a team. If a team has multiple offensive linemen out, okay, that's going to catch my attention, maybe even more so than the starting quarterback or the starting running back or the star wide receiver. That's going to push the number, and it's generally going to push it in my favor. So, a starting center, a right tackle, and a now suddenly at a smaller school, I was talking about this with Ethan the other day. At a smaller school, suddenly you've got they're working a defensive tackle in practices at right offensive tackle because he played it in high school. Because they just don't have the depth. Okay, Alabama's, Ohio State's, Georgia's, they're just factories. They have them lined up. Okay. So when a guy goes out on those teams, it's like, okay, you can delve into his high school. Oh, of course. What did he do in high school? What do you think? 3-time All-State, 3-time Player of the Year. Like, you don't end up at Alabama because you were average in high school. So I tend to, back up quarterbacks, but I'll fade when segments of the team are missing that are critical to team success. Again, what does it take for a quarterback to get a pass off? He's got to get a snap. He's got to not get pressured. He's got to not get hit. He's got to throw an accurate ball. The receiver has to catch the ball. The defensive back can't make an amazing athletic play. I mean, think about all that stuff that has to happen, right? It's a team concept, and that's how I handicap. So I wanted to get that out there early tonight. And again, glad we got the comp selection of the White Sox out to you guys early. I hope that does well for us. Ethan's been on fire. He's given out some hockey winners lately. We did have the Baltimore Orioles today, up 10-4 in the 8th with the Orioles at plus 100. And that went down to 10-9, 1 or 2 men on in the 9th, and ended it with Bautista ended it with a K. But it was a very dicey finish for 10-4 in the 8th. I think I texted Ethan. I said, I'm not a chicken counter, but up 10-4 in the 8th, bottom of the 8th with an out, you feel all right. It's not over, but you feel all right. Well, that one could have been grisly. It could have been a bad way to start on tilt for the season, but we did get that one home for our clients. A winner there in Boston, Baltimore today on the plus 100 money line. So another one we got tonight, we have the White Sox going, and Ethan gave you Cleveland Indians first 5. I think he gave that anywhere minus 105 to plus 105. And, to wrap it up tonight, we want to just encourage everybody. If you're in a legal state, wherever wherever you live, wherever you're placing your wagers, multiple outs is critical. I can't cover that enough. If you looked at my tweets 2 weeks ago, I said, look, these are the prices you can get right now on someone if you're a futures bettor to win the Masters. If you're looking at one book and it's at 18 to 1 and two other books are at 30 and 35 to 1, you're crazy not to make that bet at that. And a lot of people say, well, it's not that big of a difference. I got minus 115. You got minus 105. I mean, do you know how big of a difference that is on an annual, yearly, long service, long sample size case? That's huge. I mean, think about it. We all know if you bet every game at plus 100 and you go, 51 and 49, you make money. Okay, that's not the mystical, magical number we all know to make money. Our goal for our clients is to hit 55%, but that's throughout the course of a year or a season, is to do that at average minus 110 odds. Again, that's why we're not going to throw out a money line on the Yankees today. It's great, easy winner, 5-0. I guarantee a ton of people gave it out. Congratulations. That's a great winner. I congratulate everybody that had it. It's a great play. It was smart. But to me, you start losing those games at all, and you're just clawing from behind in baseball. So we always try to stick tighter to the 120s. Of course, dogs will take as high as we can get them. And there are times this year, I can promise you, that I'll be on 150, 160, 180 dogs that are just in a good spot. Their team's in a good spot. They're playing in the right place, and their opponent is not in that place. So, but multiple outs. We want to encourage everybody that's with us, whatever options you have, even if it's local. If it's local, try to get 3 guys instead of 1. Okay, that's your best way to go. I'm a team handicapper. We covered that. We gave the White Sox comp selection. Pirates are up 5-4. This game looks like it's getting pretty late. I can't see the innings. Unfortunately, the TV's big, but it's far away. So you guys can check us out, CW Sports Betting on Twitter. You can check us out, www.commonwealthsportsbetting.com. That's our home. That's the way to get in touch with us. Personalized service, custom packages. If you only want to bet the NL Central this year, well, I'll probably be your guy because I pretty much live in the NL Central. So, but Ethan's going to be back with you. I'm not sure the exact time yet, but he's going to be back. We'll send some alerts out before he goes live. He's got, if you look at Best Pie Bets, at Best Pie Bets on Twitter, Ethan has some comp selections in hockey as well. As we approach the playoffs, he'll be giving you your playoff packages. We've got MLB rolling. Monday, I will really start grinding. I've been working the Masters now for probably the last, really since the tour came mainland. I kind of start eyeing that event. It's a great place, great golf tournament. And I think we're going to have some really good success this year in individual matchups, some different handicapping angles that we're looking at, some different data points that we're trying to bring to the top, and they seem to be producing well. We had a really good Dell match play. If you go on our Twitter site, you can see that. And again, that's all documented, 100% documented. All our stuff is documented via BetStamp. Obviously, we have bet slips on all of our plays, including the ones we give you that are complimentary selections. Anytime someone wants to question that, all I'll ask is if you want me to post on Twitter a shot of the ticket, I will do so, but you have to agree to sign up with us for a month if I do. So when we give you numbers, odds that we get, whatever it may be, plays that we make, it's all our bets. It's all what our clients get, but they get whatever custom package that they need. And that's what we're here to build for you. We're trying to build winning ways in our clients, help you in any way we can, and give you what it is that you want. Home of the custom package, www.commonwealthsportsbetting.com, CW Sports on Twitter. Look us up, find us, get in touch, ask us about handicapping, ask us a question, get on the videos. I think my wife's probably the only one watching right now. No, she's definitely not watching. So whoever's watching, thank you for watching. Comments. We need comments. We need viewers. Like, subscribe. Commonwealth Sports Betting. Complimentary selection tonight was the Chicago White Sox. That game's probably started, and good luck to everybody. What a great opening day. What I consider to be, a true holiday. Enjoy your day. Good luck in all your selections today in MLB and anything else you might wager on. We'll be back tomorrow with more hopefully informative educational information, as well as comp selections.